Good morning. It's our second morning here at our property, and we are putting together a contraption that addresses mosquitoes. More on that in just a second. So we had a long trip and a couple of late nights with trying to get as much done as we can to get ourselves established here before we can get started on doing any work. So today we're putting together this contraption, which is called a skeeter vac. It lures in mosquitoes. They're attracted to some paper that's wrapped around the outside, the pattern on the paper. There's also an attractant that is like a scent that draws them in. And then there's the CO2, which is released from the propane tank that you connect, and we'll show in just a minute after it's all put together. But we saw a couple of these at the national park, and there were no mosquitoes there at the visitor center. So we decided, let's try one. It works best apparently over the course of about 6 weeks, which is basically the amount of time we're here, so we might not see the full effect, but it is supposed to clear mosquitoes from about 1.5 acres. So that's pretty amazing. And mosquitoes are really great right now. When we first woke up this morning, they were horrendous, swarming, but now, so just in general this year, the mosquitoes have been better already these last couple days than they were last year. So that's a really nice thing. But yeah, so we're putting that together. We're going to make some shelving for inside the shed to kind of organize tools and other materials. And we're also going to build some shelving for inside our tent so that we can organize our clothes. If you've spent much time living out of a duffel bag, you know how frustrating that can be. So we're going to work on that. And yeah, that's what we're up to today. Skeeter vac.
All right, so I got it all assembled and it's actually up and running. I don't think that it's necessarily good for dogs' noses to be their lupa. Oh, I actually did leave a little bit of film on the back side I have to take off. Here. I should try to pull that around real quick here. All right, so anyway, I need to wash my hands after I do that because there's some toxic chemicals on there. That's why I didn't want my dog's nose near it. But anyway, this has some attractant stuff in the top, and then here there's a fan that sucks in here. And between the attractants, the mosquitoes kind of fly into this, and then the fan catches them. There's actually a tray that you have to empty, and so it's a pretty crazy little contraption. But I've already seen mosquitoes like coming over into this area, and there's not a lot of mosquitoes out right now, which is awesome. But we're going to keep this thing running. You're supposed to keep it running 24 hours a day, and you shouldn't turn it off until the season is over, because the idea is that ultimately, like after operating for 3 to 4 weeks, you should start to notice a significant difference, and after 6 weeks, it's like a really, really noticeable difference. So it's going to take a little while, but hopefully just in this area, we'll start to notice a difference. But anyway, anything is going to be better than nothing. So yeah. But I'm enjoying like a little bit of mosquito freeness right now.
It's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. And
oh, there goes one right now.
Oh,
get in there,
mosquito.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of reading about it because so many mosquito, I guess treatments, for lack of better.
Oh, like Thermacell
are pretty toxic in terms of their waste, and so we're hoping that this is a less toxic solution. We did read some reviews that some people said they recommend turning it off at night, because at nighttime moths will get in there, and those are fine. Obviously, we don't mind moths, so we want to make sure that we're doing something that will help facilitate us not losing our minds while we're trying to get work done, but also not damaging other critters that we do want to leave healthy. So we'll give an update about how well it's working later.
These little projects, like building a shelf to help keep our tent organized, as simple as they are, allow my mind to wonder and contemplate the more important things in life. Living in the lower 48 comes with a lot of hustle and bustle and little elbow room to find places where you can truly get away from others. Even in Oregon, which is still a fairly rural state and quite large, it's getting harder and harder to find places where they are not getting overrun by people. Some of my favorite hunting and fishing spots that I once had all to myself, I now frequently have to share with folks who do not respect the beauty and nature around them. Blaring music in the woods, shooting off guns at night, and garbage and human waste left at campsites are all too common these days. The beauty of Alaska is not only the unimaginably majestic scenery, but also the absolute solitude one can find in just about any outdoor setting. One of the best things about being here in Alaska this year is having the moment to celebrate progress made last summer. We made real connections with folks up here, and their wisdom and sage advice has been invaluable to our plans. Whether it be how to deal with mosquitoes, or how to keep clean camp so as not to draw bears, or how to build a road on shifting Alaskan soil, we have benefited from their help and kindness. Also, being somewhat established up here has made life so much easier this year. One of the things that is important up here on our property is to keep a clean camp so that bears don't harass us. Due to the rural nature of our property and the fact that it is untouched by so-called civilization, wildlife is abundant, which is great, but it also means we must take extra precautions, so having the 4 hard walls of the shed that we built last year allows us to easily stow away food or other things that might attract bears. This saves us considerable time because last year we spent almost an hour each day packing up food and hauling it out to the truck to secure it for the night.
One of my projects this summer is going to be working on thinning the under branches from trees on our property. As you can see, it's really thick. A lot of it is growing really close together. A lot of the trees will probably ultimately take down the smaller ones in between, but for now, just to help facilitate having a breeze, that will also help cut down on mosquitoes and just give us a little bit more visual for animals that might be nearby. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. can actually kind of see through the trees. We're going to transform this mayhem right here into, that's a little bit more tidy, that corner, but we're going to turn that into a tidy space where we can access our things without digging forever inside of a duffel bag. Yes. I got these handy boxes that even come with labels I can put on the outside in case I don't know what's going on in any particular box. But I think it'll be okay. And I'm just going to put them on the shelf. Decluttered. Today our goal is to stake out the area that we hope to build our shop this summer and get started clearing that place, but we had chainsaw troubles this morning.
Well, we had chainsaw troubles from the day we got here.
Yeah, that's true.
Our other chainsaw, the chain came off and screwed up the blade on it, so I bought a new blade and got a new chain and tried to put on the new blade, and then had another problem with it. One of the springs broke loose, and then that caused basically the chainsaw to be in need of repair and beyond my ability to do so. So I'm going to hopefully take that to a shop and get that fixed, but we need to get going. So we're going to buy another chainsaw, and then we'll have 2 chainsaws when the other one's fixed, and that'll let us move faster. So.
And we thought about bringing another chainsaw. We have another chainsaw at home. Needed a little bit of repair also, but could have been fixed and brought here, and we're like, ugh. Now we're probably going to spend a lot more money here in Alaska for a chainsaw. But
probably about
has to be done.
200 more.
Yeah, has to be done. So that's what we're going to do, either go to Wazilla or Delta Junction. We're not really sure which. Well, we're going to check here first locally, but if they don't have what we need, we'll have to drive about 2 hours, 3 hours?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Maybe do a little grocery shopping while we're there.
All right.
Yep. All right, we made it back from Wazilla with a new chainsaw after our epic journey yesterday. And this morning we're just clearing a little bit wider path from at the end of the driveway. And we're also going to be flagging the area that we hope the shop will be, where we want the shop to be, and start clearing the brush there with our brand new chainsaw. And I did a little bit of laundry this morning with a cool machine that I ordered. I think it saved me some time. We'll have to see. It has a little wash cycle, a little spin cycle, and just kind of runs on our solar battery, so that's good. And the mosquitoes are definitely out this morning, as you can see. Yeah, so let's see what we can get done today. Yeah, this spot also seems like it will be easier to clear.
Yeah.
Less dense. I mean, it's still plenty, but
and a little higher and drier. And it is a little bit hilly, but I think like we can just deal with that by adding in fill. And
here we've got some kind of mossy low spots right there. It's not wet right now, but yeah, back here we have wetness. Beautiful.
it's just a little swampy.
A little bit. Yeah, stuff we don't want to try to deal with building around. Do you think this is where the little creek that is in the middle of our property begins?
I think that this all feeds into that.
Yeah, it must. It's a pretty good little pond right there.
See that first stake? Actually, let's put it right here. Okay. Go ahead and walk straight that way.
This way?
No, this way. Straight this way. Best you can. Okay, and you need to walk this way more.
This way?
Yeah. Let's go over that tree if you can. Can you walk back and go over it?
How much further?
About 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot, right there.
Come back. There we go. There.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab that flagging.
Okay.
Flag these 4 so we can get a full visual from where we stand.
Yeah.
Forgot to, I took my hammer back.
Oh, I brought it.
Oh, thank you. tractor and do this. So you can take these loads too, and I can just keep cutting and dragging, and you can haul.
Okay.
Okay. Pop up here. Little to your left. There you go. Right there, right there. Lift your forks up and start tilting it forward and pull forward just a little bit further. There you go, right there. Go ahead, lift your forks up and tilt it. No, lift the whole arms. Pull back. There you go, now tilt forward. There you go. Lift up again.